Good morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Kelly Kennedy.
And I'm Beta Castro.
The RHS Snack Bar has been under construction for the past 8 months, and despite its planned opening for the first home football game, the snack bar is still in progress. We go to Owen Pixler with more.
With the Roseville Tigers' first home football game upon us, new changes to football facilities are being unveiled to the community for the first time. However, due to construction obstacles, the snack bar will not be fully completed come game time.
Each of the schools in our district, with the exception of West Park, are all receiving a new snack bar, ticket booth, and restrooms. And in order to do so, the plan was to work through a cycle of construction and implementation. We were, I believe, 5th on that cycle. And so as others were starting and getting close to completion, we're at the tail end of that construction work and that plan.
Some students have expressed frustrations with the facility's incompletion despite over a year since work began.
I think the snack bar in general is looking really nice, but the fact that, it's there, we're not going to be able to use it, I don't really like that.
Administration has asked for the community's patience in light of stagnation in progress due to weather conditions in the winter.
And so for the most part, I would say with 3 months of delay with the winter, which is a lot, our construction crew and our facilities managers did a great job at trying to get back up to speed and get to where we could potentially use part of the facility at our first home game.
In addition to the new snack bar and restroom facilities being added to Hanson Field, the school also received a new scoreboard that Wilson hopes to improve the fan, coach, and player experience at games. And
with the sun setting in the west, the direct sunlight makes it tough to see the numbers and everything. The bulbs are out of date and antiquated, very difficult to get, and those were also going out. Supported by the district, along with some donors, alumni donors, and community organization contributors to help make that happen. And very proud of the scoreboard. I think it looks great.
Thanks, Owen.
Students in need of community service hours can see Mrs. Granucci in room 702 for information about the Parkinson Association of Northern California, the Wellness Within Cancer Support and signups.
Tiger tutoring is starting back up on Tuesdays and Wednesdays beginning next Tuesday. Sessions will be held from 3:30 to 4:30 in room 606. Upperclassmen may apply to be a tutor at $15 an hour. See Mrs. McCartney for more information. And now we go to Addison Mahon with sports.
Good morning, and welcome to the first EOTSN of the 2023-2024 school year. I'm Addison Mahon. Varsity football traveled to Oakmont last Friday to kick off their season. The Tigers secured the win 49-14, putting up 254 rushing yards and 119 passing yards. Ethan Edson led Roseville in rushing with 154 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns, while Joel Bradley had 74 receiving yards and a 50-yard punt return for a touchdown.
Oakmont, bro, they're soft, bro. That was easy running. 36 jack twice, 2 touchdowns, same play. It's easy, bro. It's easy. Let's go.
On the defensive side of the ball, the Tigers only allowed 14 points, including a shutout second half. Tonight, they take on Placer at home, hoping to start their season off 2-0. Part of the RHS football experience is the student section. This year, student government decided to add 4 more Tiger Cage leaders. We go to Sienna Moffett with more.
This year, RHS is bringing the Tiger Cage to the next level. With the new introduction of 5 leaders, they plan to bring more energy and excitement to the cage.
I think the 5 leaders, it'll bring more hype. I liked that there was 2, but I think the 5, it'll be a big group. I think, we'll have fun. We can come up with more cheers and stuff, and so I think it'll be a lot more fun.
Carly Olmstead is confident that since her and the other leaders are friends, that they should bring good chemistry to the games.
Yeah, we all know each other, so I think we'll be good, and we're all hype people.
After the first game, Carson Casey is glad that there are more leaders this year, as it creates a better environment in the stands for the students.
I thought we worked together really well because we could talk about what chants to do, and then together we have a much louder voice than 1 or 2 people, which is what a Tiger Cage usually is. And so this year we're bringing in more people to get the Tiger Cage louder, and I think it worked out really well.
For Jaden Eads' senior year, he is thrilled to experience the Tiger Cage with his friends for one last time.
I think it went great. I think we had a good shot for our first away game, and I'm really excited for the year to come.
Thanks, Sienna. In other fall sports news, cross country had a meet at Sierra College last Saturday. Grace Williams was a standout, finishing top 10 in the junior girls 2-mile.
It was really nice. Last year I placed 10th and this year I placed 7th, so it was like an improvement from last year. I also dropped my time by about a minute, so that was also really fun.
Cross country has another meet this Saturday at Johnson Ranch Park. Girls tennis has been off to a hot start. Their season started on Tuesday, beating Oakmont 8-1. Yesterday they beat a tough Rio Americana team 7-2. Girls volleyball has had 2 games so far. The Tigers won in 3 sets against Bradshaw Christian on Tuesday and lost against Pleasant Grove last night. Roseville will look to rebound at the Flock tournament this Saturday. Water polo will go on the road to start their season, facing Nevada Union next Tuesday and Rio Linda next Wednesday. Girls flag football had their first game in Roseville High School history on Wednesday. They had a rough game, getting shut out by Colfax, but are ready to bounce back in the Larry Wyatt Memorial Tournament this Saturday. And finally, girls golf is in full swing, starting off their season next Tuesday against Intercom at home. And that's all on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. I, the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Addison. Summer break is over and it happened extremely fast, so here's a few things we missed over the break. DC is back at the box office with a new installment, Blue Beetle. And unlike previous DCU projects, I'm actually happy I saw it. I thoroughly enjoyed watching this movie. However, if you come into it expecting another point superhero problem and fix-it plot, you'll be sorely mistaken. The story's focus lies with Jamie and his family weathering a difficult situation together, and they're the real focal point of the film, despite the chaos happening around them. The relationships among the family felt very real throughout the movie, and the way their bond strengthened them and made them better was well developed over the course of the movie. The humor was on point and earned a few chuckles from the audience on more than one occasion. This movie is definitely worth a watch on the big screen, and I look forward to more appearances from the Blue Beetle in future DCU movies, or fingers crossed the Blue Beetle too. For more Blue Beetle, visit ITheTigerNews.com. Switching over to TV, the classic PlayStation series Twisted Metal got its television debut on NBC streaming service Peacock to a warm reception, despite the fact that there hasn't been a Twisted Metal game in over 11 years. For an adaptation of such an irrelevant series, it's getting really good reviews, and I'm really happy to see it.
This is gonna be fun!
Here comes an extremely hot take. Secret Invasion is genuinely one of my favorite Marvel shows in a long time. Yeah, I know it's blasphemy, but hear me out. It brings back a lot of spry thriller qualities that we got in projects like Captain America's Winter Soldier, having multiple plot twists throughout the series that kept me suspenseful the whole time. Don't get me wrong, the ending was really goofy, but Nick Fury as a main character will always deliver. Rapper Lil Uzi Vert released their new album Pink Tape, accumulating 60 million streams on Spotify on just the first day, becoming Uzi's biggest release day on the platform. The album reached number 1 on the Billboard 200, becoming the first rap album in 2023 to top the charts. The best part of the project is A, featuring Travis Scott with a unique string section and backing track. That really adds the musical depth of the track. Travis brings a sound reminiscent of Kanye West's 2013 album Yeezus, almost to the point of being derivative at times. Despite its obvious influences, the album is still really fun, with the highlight being Lost Forever featuring Westside Gunn. Swifties didn't have a cruel summer as Taylor dropped Speak Now, Taylor's version. Personally, I was enchanted to hear mature vocals on an album she recorded over a decade ago. Along with the new versions of her old songs, she released 6 new songs from the vault, including my favorite, I Can See You, with the coolest music video I've seen in a while. Even though Taylor might have lost some of her country twang, this album brings some nostalgia and yet again shows how much her vocals have improved. Baldur's Gate 3 had a huge launch with players getting accumulated 1,225 in-game years into the game in just the first weekend. The game has near-perfect reviews on the board, with it being the best-rated 2023 PC game on Metacritic. Baldur's Gate has also made it into the top 5 for concurrent players on Steam. Man, that was a lot to cover, but I missed it. For more A&E news, follow @EOT_A&E on Instagram. I'm Brady Hendricks, and now we go back to the news.
Thanks, Brady. Junior Alex Romero has recently begun his competitive boxing journey after training for many years. We go to Tobin Thomas with the story.
Junior Alex Romero recently started fighting in boxing matches after several years of training. In order to stay in shape and compete in these matches, Romero engages in long and strenuous workouts.
It took a while, probably like months of just running consistently, and then as of right now I'm cutting weight, so I'm working to just lose these extra 5 to 8 pounds so that I can make weight. It's a long process, but as long as you're focused on the goal, you can do it.
Romero's dad was the person who inspired him to become a boxer, and he has stayed with and supported him throughout his boxing journey.
He's been there through everything, drives me to all my fights. He's one of my coaches. He's in my corner, so.
Although Romero has been training for years, he has only recently started competing in professional matches. However, he has shown great skill and strength in the small number of matches he's participated in.
Fought in 3, and I'm currently 3-0, and then I'm fighting in San Francisco this weekend for the diamond belt, so hopefully 4-0.
Although his professional journey has just begun, Romero plans to continue refining his skills and working hard to build up his rank and eventually fight in the big leagues.
Once I start competing in more tournaments, then I'll be nationally ranked. So hopefully I'm going to one in November. So then by then I'll be nationally ranked, and then 2028 Olympics is the goal. I travel all across the state right now, and then like I said, I'm going to Arizona in 2 months. So it's really national. And I plan taking it to the pros. That would be the ultimate goal. And the track that I'm on right now, I'm 100% sure I can do that.
Thanks, Tobin.
That's it for Today on Eye the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on eyethetigernews.com. See you next time.